Good evening. It is now 8 o'clock when the live starts, Mr. Murphy. You were there 2 minutes too early. Good evening, Patrick. For some reason, everybody seems to have a crown and a #1 next to it. Bit of a strange one. Anyways, it's 8 p.m. in the UK and 9 p.m. in Croatia, and it's all different times around the world. It's Kevin's Rambles Live Show. There's an introduction for you. Let's hope there's throngs of people joining us. So we've got 2 people there, 3 people, so it says. I wonder who the third person might be. The throngs will arrive eventually when they catch up on the time. Cynthia's camera's there. So I'm assuming the #3 means you're the third person to arrive, Cynthia. I've never seen that before, so I don't know what the heck's going on. I am keeping chatting to keep my #1 streak up, which is good, as I think this is what it means. Okay. I don't get the point of it. It's almost totally irrelevant. But anyway, good evening, Tracy. I hope everybody is well. Well, I've got a long list of stuff to go through tonight. Oh, my goodness me. Let me tuck that bit of paper away out the way. I don't need that bit now. But I have to tell you, it's very odd, Cynthia. I don't think we need to have hashtags. You see, there's Steve. Steve hasn't got a hashtag. So what is the point of having a hashtag? Nor's Tracy. John has. What? This is totally pointless. It said Cynthia was #3. John is now #3. Steve, you're now #3. There's 3 of you with #3. Good evening, Kerry. What? This is just pointless. Absolutely pointless. Oh, my word. I will wait until the throng has arrived. I've got something that keeps irritating my arm. And I don't know why. Cynthia's This is obviously something to do with YouTube. Good evening, Andrew, and everyone. He says I had to stop watching one of my. Who's put something? Oh, hang on a minute. Someone's just put something up. It's blocked out my superb videos to come onto this. Well, thank you very much, Andrew. That's very kind of you. It's not, guys. It's not a competition. Yeah, you're probably right, actually, Cynthia. That means that Andrew will be typing Andrew Murphy will be typing a message every few seconds just to get his #1 back. Is this ranking system work? I don't know. It's just, for me, Andrew, Mr. Murphy, is pointless. I don't see the point of it. But anyway, as I said just now, I've got lots and lots to go. Oh my God! Let me just show you how official I've become. Typed out information. Look at it. And in fact, that doesn't look right to me. But let me have just. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I think. Lovely to see you here, says Andrew to Kerry. We've had a lovely thunderstorm and some much needed heavy rain. Yes, we've had some rain. We haven't had any thunder. Cynthia and I were at the allotment this morning until about something came over me, Steve, but I don't know what it was. We were at the allotment until about 1:30 today. No rain at all. Then we had a bit of lunch. Met up with my cousin for a coffee, and there was a heavy downpour. But that was nothing compared to what they had in Fernhurst, which is what 3-4 miles away. The heavens opened and the roads were completely flooded. It was just unbelievable. But as Kerry said, much needed rain. That's the word. Hello, Lynn. Good evening. Who else on this? Jackie. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Yeah, so the rain's been wonderful. Mr. Watto. Mr. Watto's in the house. Floods in Crawley, says John. Oh my gosh, yeah. The trouble is, the water will just sit on the surface, won't it? It won't soak in. When we were at the allotment earlier on, you know, we had a heavy downpour in the night. I know it was heavy rain because it woke me up, which is unusual. And at the allotment, literally, probably quarter of an inch under the surface, bone dry, almost dust. It was unbelievable. We need several hours of steady rain to make any difference, any good at all. So, wondering what it says. A few showers in Gloucester, but back to dry again. Yeah, it has been here. We had a downpour earlier on, but probably a couple of hours ago now. Oh, excuse me, I've got an itchy eye. I've been suffering a little bit from hay fever, which is unusual for me. Lynn's saying, hi, Paul. Paul. Hi, Paul. Have I missed somebody called Paul? Because if I have, I've got nobody on here called Paul. Oh, yes, I have. I've just realised who Lynn was on about. Sorry, yes. Oh, dear. Who else have I missed? Hello, Claire. Lovely of you to join us. I hope you're well. Not heard from you for a long time. Oh, Lynn said, don't yet. It's just me, Lynn, you know. Oh, no, here we go. Look, I've got my glass of wine, and I've only had a little tiny bit, so I can't blame the wine. Andrew Nice, did I see just now that you said that it's really hot in Croatia? Hang on. Where is my... Can I just say, I haven't got it. It's been stolen, Lynn. It's been stolen. Basically, because some people think I'm not able to take care of it. I will let somebody else answer that question, Lynn. Andrew said it's in the mid-30s for almost 2 weeks. And I go, oh my gosh. We are, at the end of this week, I think we've got at least 30 degrees coming up. And this is something I wanted to talk to people about in a little while. Ernie Samat, hello, my friend. I'm joining my good lady in the front room as we're about to watch a film together, have a good chat tonight, and I'll it's on catch up. Well, nice of you to join us, Ernie. Ah, dear. So watching a film is far more important than sticking with us. Thanks, Ernie. You know how to stick a knife in it. Ernie, before you disappear, please remember what I said to you last week, that if there's a walk in your area that you would like to do, please let us know. Contact Cynthia or myself direct, and we'll get something worked out. We've got 2 months free this year if you wanted to fit something in then, which is October, November. So, yeah, so if you want to do that, that'd be fantastic. What will, Lynn? Where will that be? Lynn, I've only just asked Ernie if he knows where there is one or if he wants to do one. Lynn got no idea. It's just something I mentioned to Ernie last week at the New Forest Walk, which I will come on to shortly. I'm waiting for... Yes, but where did you... Lynn, I've got to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. For some reason, I think it's somewhere around Petersfield. Somebody might be able to correct me on that. I don't know. Steve's having a chat with Andrew, which is great. Stopped off there a couple of years ago on a cruise, but only had a short visit there. Has the duck got a name, Kevin? Yes, it has, and I've forgotten what it is. Tracy said, "Has it got a name?" Cynthia, could you help me out here? I'm not saying who stole the duck, but there's a thing called the three ponchos, which is Cynthia, Steve, and myself. And I can tell you, I haven't got it, and Steve hasn't got it. So I'll let you to deduct. I don't know. You and I discussed this about what to call it. And I don't know. We'll come up with a name, Tracy. I wanted to try and do an abbreviation of the Kevin's Rambles thing. He will be. He will me while I customise his box. He is will. You mean he? Oh my God, Cynthia, can you type that a little bit more sensibly, please? Can you? He is with me while I customise his box. Correct. Yeah, thank you. It should be called Dogan, like David Logan. Why? It's mine, not theirs. Oh, it's hot up here. Hang on a minute. I've got a little machine here. I'm gonna do that one. Oh, that's better. If anybody can come up with a wandering with Watto, ducking. That's original. That's original. So I'm throwing this out there. If anybody can come up with, he will normally live in Kevin's car, so he's always on his travels. And Cynthia, didn't you and I volunteer Steve to carry it around? Andrew, this is, I can't show you. Look, I'm probably going to pick this up. Asparagus duck. Something's going to go terribly wrong here because I'm picking this thing up and it's full of water. Hang on. There it is. I've got to put it down because the water's dripping out the bottom. Oh, blimey, it nearly went off the edge of the desk. Phew, that was lucky. The trouble is, the fan's great, but the water doesn't last very long. I mean, the asparagus stuck. Why don't we just call it asparagus? There is a reason for people that don't know this. I will enlighten you. When we were going round, I don't think it was Gloucester Cathedral. We were going around another, I think it's called the Mariners or something, the Mariners Church, and there was this brass plaque on the wall. Actually, it might have been in the first video. I don't know. I can't remember. Bombay Duck. Very good, Jackie. So I was reading the brass plaque, and for some reason, as I was reading it, the word apparatus in my tiny little brain became asparagus. So there was the Seaman Church, that's it. And there was a lot of laughter going on because Paul was standing right by me and he said, "Where the heck did you get asparagus from?" So it had to be take one. I think I got it running take two actually, but it's just, yeah, it was just ridiculous. The Seaman Church, yeah. Anyway, guys, look, I've got an awful lot of things. There's 18 people watching. I've got 10 thumbs up, and I've got to go through a list. I've been waiting for someone to join. I'll give it another 5 minutes or so, and then I will, because part of this is extremely important, and I don't want them to miss out on this particular bit, which I've discussed with them. What Paul's saying, 19, Kim is silent. Kim, Get your fingers working on the keyboard and come and join us. Dave's present, he says. Lynn says, did you see our menu choices include Shaz? Did you see our menu choices? Cynthia never misses a thing. I'm not going to say, but you know, my old mate, Mr. Musco, has just been on holiday. He's had a lovely, lovely time away with Laura, and he's going away again next week. No, week after next. It's always, hello, Steve, goodbye. Hello, mate, goodbye. But good on him. He deserves his holidays. He's worked hard all his life. Well, sort of. He's been sitting at a desk most of the time. Oh, dear. I shall be in trouble, no doubt, from saying that. It's cool retirement, Kev. Yeah, you're not wrong there, mate. I don't blame you and Laura at all, mate. I really don't. You never seem to have time for doing much. Hello, Kim. Look, one word from me and she comes and joins us. She always ignores Paul. Oh, dear. Thank you, Kim. Really appreciate it. So how are we doing time-wise? I don't think the people I want to join are going to join yet. So, wondering, ain't that the truth? Well, we noticed that Steve and I noticed, Paul in particular, on the New Forest Walk, but we did notice that when we went to visit Painswick and the Rococo Gardens, that you know, I can't say too much about that, but we know who the boss is. Let's put it that way. We know who the boss is and who wears the trousers. Nearly. Right, guys. I'm going to start going through some of this stuff because I don't think the people that I was hoping to join would. Anyway, first of all, let me just mention the New Forest Walk. So do I, says. Led by Dave Ford. What a fabulous walk. Dave, thank you very much indeed. I know you got a lot of people thanking you last week, but we knew we could rely on you to come up with something of interest, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Lovely, lovely walk. Lots of interest, particularly about Second World War and the bombing and stuff like that, and where the targets was. It was brilliant. We had the cloud cover in the morning. I must remember, Mrs. Ford, Bex led a short walk for one or two people. And that was very kind of her. Thank you very much, Mrs. Ford, Bex. But we had the cloud cover in the morning, kept the temperature hovering around, I don't know, about 20 degrees. There's a little bit of a breeze, but round about sort of 12-ish, the cloud cover broke and the temperature just soared. It was so hot. Lynn had Kai there with a cold jacket on. But Andrew Murphy, thank you very much for helping Lynn out with keeping Kai cooler in the latter part of the walk. I was able to offer Lynn some water as well to help her out. Hang on, let me just pick up on this. Lovely, lovely walk. Thank you again, Dave. Lynn, bear with. Lynn, bear with about that. Kim speaks, it was a great walk. The food at the pub was good too, if not a bit buzzed by flies. Very buzzed by flies. Yeah. Tracy said that the short walk was lovely too. Well, it's a brilliant walk. Very, very, was it 21 people, I think? But, and this is the bit I was waiting for, we'd only gone 15 minutes into the walk and I was alongside Clive Waterfall, and he received a phone call, and sadly the phone call came from one of his next door neighbour to say that Clive and Kathy's house had been broken into, which was incredibly sad. Clive and Kathy have given me permission to mention this on the live tonight. I've been messaging them both to check on them. Obviously, from the walk, they had to leave very early. They had to get back to their accommodation that they booked for the weekend and then get back to their home. Good evening, Joe. Thanks very much for coming and joining. And it's great you could join us. Thank you. When they got home, they found that somebody had tried to force their way in through one window. They then managed to get in through, evidently, by the sounds of it, absolutely destroyed another window. The ground floor was relatively okay, but the upstairs, the master bedroom, had from Kathy and from Clive some personal property stolen with sentimental value to them. I'm not going to go through what was stolen. That doesn't matter. Clive said the police and the insurance were brilliant. The insurance, good evening, Ian. The insurance company got somebody out very, very quickly to repair the window. And he said the police were absolutely fantastic. The weird thing is, I say weird, criminals nowadays are so clever. The police said there's almost impossible to get fingerprints or any DNA, because what they do is they carry around spray bottles of disinfectant and antibacterial spray, and they spray everything, and it kills the fingerprints and it kills the DNA. So that's what's happened. They're doing okay now. I have messaged Clive last night. They're doing okay. They're trying to get on with things. And Clive said their house is going to be like Fort Knox by the time they finish. So they're moving on with things. This is an appeal. They've got... Sorry, just looking at... Oh, Will Lynn. Yes, thank you. We got the Kevin's Rambles picnic next Saturday. And Clive and Kathy have asked me if anybody that's seeing this tonight that goes on that day, could they please refrain from asking them about it or talking to them about it. They really just want to enjoy the day, enjoy people's company, and try and just briefly to put that at the back of their minds. If if you can do that, that would be wonderful. Thank you. And let me just try and catch up. Paul saying what they need to do is get the bloody job. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. And obviously, we need to speak to people later on, of course. Thank you. Right. Kevin's Rambles picnic. Oh, no. As a lot of you would have seen, there's been a lot going on at Ian's Field. All right, this time of the year, he labels it the Kevin's Rambles Field. Ian has been brilliant. He's already been going down there before we got involved last week, and he's done such a lot of work on his own. I think Jenny's been helping as well, and Steve, Cynthia, and I were down there. Can't remember what day it was. Last Friday, we had a morning. Hang on a minute. Let me just. Sorry, I've just got to keep trying to catch up on these. Yeah, absolutely. Then I agree. Please give them our regards, as we're not at the pit. Absolutely, I will. Ian is a real. Yes, he is. Ian is. Well, hang on a minute. Don't start praising too much. But we got stuck in. We got a lot done down there last Friday. There's still some bits and pieces to do, but I'm going to try and get down there on Friday. Cynthia, it's going to have to be Friday. I know you probably can't be there because I'm going to be taking you and your hubbies to the hospital. So I will go and meet Ian there if I can. Now the forecast is it's going to be hot, possibly high 20s. Again, those that are on here tonight, can you please make sure that you take plenty of fluids with you? We will have stuff there for teas, coffees, and things like that. Yeah, obviously you take your own food. If anybody wants to bring any bits and pieces, please do so. Hi, Mark. Thanks very much for joining in, mate. I really appreciate it. Ian's got a gazebo, Lynn. He's bought a big gazebo, 6 meters by 3 meters, which is mainly going to be over top of where the food and the gas stoves and that are. But if anybody wants to bring anything, please do. I think some did last year, and I think Lynn did, and Fiona Hammond, and things like that. Fiona is going to be with us. Evening, Rob. Good evening, Rob. Fiona is going to be with us, but we're going to be able to have to transport her to the top field because she was so poorly in the beginning of this year. Walking for her is very, very difficult. So we're going to make some arrangements so we can drive her straight to the top of the field and sit her there. Joe sounds really good. Sandy, me and Tony can. Okay, brilliant. That'd be great, Joe. Now, there is going to be a raffle. I'm going to talk to you about raffles, about this one and like another one, another do. And you literally, if you get a winning ticket, you just pick what you want. I think that's what I was told. If I've got that wrong, Cynthia will very soon correct me. And any proceeds that we raise from the raffle will be going to Portsmouth Hospital Charity Cancer Services Fund. As I say, please try and I've got it right. Thank goodness for me. Good. Because people don't realise that if I get something wrong, I'll get my ear bent privately after the live. Thank you very much, Lynn. That'd be brilliant. Thank you. And she's going to make some cakes. Woo-hoo. Sugar-free. But we're hoping that at the top end of the field at 1 o'clock or just after, there will be shade. Paul's saying, can we donate from here? Yes, somehow I'm sure you can. Paul, I'll get back to you about that. Cynthia, Steve, can you put your thinking caps on, please, about how they can donate from there? Post something to us. I don't know. Can't think off the top of my head. I've got too much going on. Ian's obviously said something rude because he's retracted it. PayPal. Well, Paul, we'll have to look into that. Yes, you could send me something. Yeah, yes, PayPal. Well, Paul, we'll sort that out. Yeah, we could do that as well, Steve. Yeah. Okay, well, Paul, have a chat with you in the next day or two. Now then, we got Ron and Elaine's garden party on the 2nd of August. Please tell me I've got the date right. They really need to try and find out how many people are likely to be turning up. If you are going, and if you haven't already done so, can you please let Cynthia know so that she can then tell Ron and Elaine? Now, Ron and Elaine are also going to be doing a raffle, and the proceeds will be going to Breast Cancer Now. Hopefully the weather's going to be good. I know Ron and Elaine are really looking forward to this. They've had this in their diaries for a long time, and I know they're hoping that Mark and Andrew might be able to get there. If they can, that would be fantastic. Now, for Mark, if he's going to be driving, if he wants to get to Cynthia's place again with Andrew, or to me, I think I'll probably have room to take you. Well, I should do. I'll be able to take you on to Bognor. So if you're both available, that would be fantastic. Lynn said we can't go to the garden party, but I will give Elaine. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I'm just trying to see if there's any more. Yes, I'm really hoping to come, and I might bring my mum if there's. Yeah, I'm sure there would be, Andrew. I can get 3 people into the back of my car, but it might be a little bit cramped. But I can carry 5 people in my car, so I'm very happy to pick. If Mark's going to bring you down, thanks, Kevin, for the lift offer. Although I'm thinking, oh no, okay, which means Andrew can't get down here then. Okay, I can't go as I've got a gig on that day, and I will donate. Brilliant, thank you, Steve. Cynthia, what time does this start? What time does this start at Ronald Lanes? I don't know the. Tracy's saying name added on the events page. Been so looking forward to it. Andrew, myself, and Martin will be there. Okay, brilliant. 2:30. Mr. Norris, how difficult would it be for you and your mum to get a train to Hazelmere? I know mums, of a certain age. I just wondered if you could get to the train easy enough. Thank you, Claire. Claire, it's about time you turned up at one of our get-togethers. I know you're in Saltdean, but we're not going to be that far away from you at the end of this month. But unfortunately, things are full up. So I think that's covered Ron and Elaine's. Where's my invite at? Rob, you would be very, very welcome to go to Ron and Elaine's if you're around on August the 2nd. I'm sure they would love to see you, especially Ron with Uncle Rob. So it's an open invitation, Rob. If you're around and you can get to me, I'm willing to we'll try and come up with something. I'm going to be needing a bus at this rate. I could probably get a train, but Mum could. Oh, that'd be a shame, Andrew. But Andrew, let's have a chat over the next week or so. If you can get a train to Hazelmere, I will pick you up. Claire's had an accident. Claire, what's happened? Do you want to message me privately about that? Because I haven't heard from you for a long time. But Andrew, if you can get to Hazelmere, I'm very happy to pick you up, because I have to pick Cynthia up from Hazelmere. And likewise, return, I can drop you off at Hazelmere Station. I'm very happy to do that. If Mum's not here, not coming, if Rob is around on the 2nd, okay. Twisted ankles can be a real nasty thing. I used to have lots of problems with my ankles back in my youth when I used to play a lot of football. Rob, if you're around on August the 2nd and you can get a game to Chichester or Petersfield or Hazelmere, I'm very happy to pick you up, mate. Not a problem. So yeah, we'll sort something out. So I'm going to move on from Ron and Elaine's party. I think I've got all that right. The July walk for the meal has been fully booked now for some time, but anybody can still join us for the walk. Of course, that speaks for itself. So that's that's done, dusted, sorted out, etc., etc. That's done, and I think everybody. Dave, I sent you a message earlier on, Dave Ford, if you're still there. Did you receive my message? You may have answered, but I haven't seen it. She's saying very, very swollen. And Bruce, I hope you're putting ice on it or a packet of peas, and try and keep your foot elevated. That's very important. If I can press and keep your foot. There you are. Lynn's saying exactly the same. You must keep your foot elevated. It doesn't have to be up in the air, but just keep it sort of elevated with something cold on there. That'd be perfect. Now, I'm going to try and get this right now. Yes, Kevin, I've got your message. I know nothing. I know nothing. Refer to. Okay, mate. I'll have a look. I'm going to go through these, but I have got something that might be quite exciting coming down the line. Now, August. Cynthia and I will be contacting Tayo to arrange a recce walk around Hankley Common. The walk is scheduled for the end of August, as he turns over the page. Now, from memory, and what about thanking me as well? from memory, I've only walked around Hankley Common once, and there is a lot of walking on soft sand, and it is hard work. So I don't think it's going to be suitable for everybody, but we are going to talk to Tayo about doing a simpler, shorter walk for those who can't do the whole thing, which is what we always try and do. So we'll get that sorted out. Cynthia's going to contact Tayo, and we'll get that sorted out as soon as we can. The September walk is around part of the NEP rewilding led by Richard Suggett. There are no plans for walks in October or November yet, but all details, we've got no maps for any of these at the moment at all. So please don't ask for maps because we haven't got them. Once these are all sorted out, as per usual, all details that you need to know will be on the Kevin's Rambles group, posted by Cynthia. So here endeth the sermon for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with me to get through that lot. I hope you're able to take most of that in. Then, if you want any further information, contact Cynthia. There's a lovely pub there too for lunch afterwards. Is there? Where? Oh, NEP. Oh, right. Okay. Brilliant. Everybody, look, it's 28 people viewing. We've only got 14 thumbs up. I want to see 28. Lots of great stuff. Yes, there is, Lynn. Now then, one very, very important thing, which is not on my list, and this is now referring back to something Lynn said earlier on. There is a chance, no, sorry, that's not right. Not a chance. Thank you, Joe. An idea has come up where we might, and I say might, consider a weekend in the New Forest next year. There is no dates, there's no months. There has been a small discussion between three people. Why am I not surprised that Lynn was the first person to come in and say something like that? Bless you, Lynn, bless you. As I say, nothing's been discussed about where it's going to be or anything like that. It's just an idea at the moment. Part of the reason is because last Sunday's walk, nearly 50% of the people stayed at the new price, either for 1 or 2 nights. That's part of the reason why this is being thought of. Cynthia said, I think a weekend in Newport would be very popular. It'll be a bloody sight more popular than going to the Cotswolds, I know that. Can I just say that only 2 people turned up for that? I wonder who that was. Oh, he's staying in a bomb. Who were they? Yes, wow, Joe. Yeah, you're right. Only 2 people. I will say that I was one of them. And I can tell you one thing, we had excuse my language, a bloody brilliant weekend. Yes, Ian, I've already earmarked 1 for you. That's because you chose a bank holiday weekend. Oh, shush. And look what we missed with that lovely cathedral. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Lynn. I know Paul said to us several times how fabulous Gloucester Cathedral was. And after going around, obviously, I've got Chichester Cathedral down the road and Winchester. I didn't think anything could beat Winchester Cathedral, to be honest. But I think the term I would use, and possibly even Steve, we were blown away. Absolutely blown away by it. And I can't remember the exact number of video clips I had. And I do part 1s and part 2s. And I was trying to keep it to part 1, but I couldn't justify the cathedral to just 1 video. So the second video will come out next Sunday. Rob, yes, Steve and I have talked about it. And we've got a plan about that. Steve will confirm that. We've got an idea, Rob. We won't come up for a weekend. Possibly next year. I'll have to talk to Steve about it. We're gonna do perhaps, I don't know, 4 or 5 days away, and we'll travel up to a certain place the first day. We'll stop over. We'll go somewhere we can get some videos, and then we'll travel on up. We'll have perhaps 2 or 3 days up with you, and then we'll be coming back. That's the idea we've got anyway. Bring day forward to the sunny weather is guaranteed. Well, I can tell you what, Rob, there was a lot of sunshine last weekend. Your name was mentioned a couple of times as well. Yeah. Anyway, let me try and catch up with some of these comments. Paul says it's absolutely, Paul. I couldn't disagree with it. The rest of us did have a great time, but yeah, all right. But I've done that walk before. It's all right. Steve said it was wonderful. Yeah, it was. Lynn says it was such an amazing carvings and colours. Lynn, if you ever get chance, please go up that way and just visit the cathedral. You have got to see it. Really got to see it. Ian McCagan saying that's because me and Cynthia led a good walk. Yes, actually, I need to speak to Jeremy about the town crier. I asked him a question, and I hope he's followed it up. It was saying, yeah, all right, Lynn. The carvings were amazing and had me in awe of the car. Oh, Kerry, it was what you see on the video is you've just got to see it with a naked eye. If anybody gets a chance to go to the Cotswolds and goes to Gloucester, go to that cathedral. You really have got to go. I bet there was no town crier in Gloucester. That's very good, actually, Steve. That is very good. Yes, I'm aware that Ian McCagan grassed you up. Did he? Probably, yeah. If you do, give us a shout, Lynn. There you go. Wonderful. Loud enough, yeah. Claire's saying, I'm going to Kidderminster on the way up to the North Wales at the end of the month. Kidderminster. What's in Kidderminster? Very lovely it was. I'm assuming you're talking about the Petersfield walk, Tracy, or was you referring to the Gloucester Cathedral video? Paul said, I actually know the town crier of Gloucester, so have contacts. Now, Paul, I might be asking you a question. Ian McCann. Oh, yeah, Kevin. Clive, what? Clive. Hi, everybody else here. Bit late to the party, I'm afraid. Been busy setting up the watchtower topped with machine gun nests around the edge of the property. Yeah. Clive, I did what we talked about, and lots and lots of people have asked me to pass on their best wishes to you and Kathy. I've also asked what we talked about the picnic, and I think you're going to be okay, my friend. So, yeah, I hope you and Kathy have had as good a weekend this weekend as you could have. I'm going to put in a request by email or message to could I have the password to your security system, please? Because from what you're saying, it's going to need one. But I'm joking, mate. I'm joking. Tracy said Petersfield and the town crier. Yeah. We had Gloucester's town crier, and his name was Paul Watson. Cynthia, Claire, I went all the way to Kidderminster to go to Yes, actually, yes, we did, didn't we? We did. I have no idea what it is. Harriers. I'm missing out something. It's just over halfway. To where? Wales, I guess. Even to you and Kathy, St Andrew. Don't worry, Clive. I'm not down for a few weeks yet. God. Oh, thank God for that. Clive saying, thanks, Kevin. I did rewind the chat to hear what it said. Oh, yeah. I hope it was okay, Clive. There is a carpet museum, I found out. Cynthia, did we go to a carpet museum when we were up there? Good evening, Nigel. Why not join in 10 minutes before we finish? Hey, better late than never. This is great. 29 people. I really do appreciate everybody coming along and joining in, even at such a late time, Nigel. Ian said, I'm expecting to see Lord. Oh dear. I'll do my best. I'm on speaking terms with Hugh Bonneville, but I'm not sure about Lord Cowdery. There is some scandal around Lord Cowdery. Well, not about him, but about his wife and the personal trainer. I say no more. Steve, mate, when we get a chance to have a chat, let's have a chat about this trip up to Cumbria. Otherwise, we won't shut Rob up. But Rob, seriously, I've said before, I want to come up to your patch of your neck of the woods so we can get some videos up there. As long as we don't take in any weird places that you took someone else. Not interested in that. Lynn's saying, take your thermals. Are you suggesting that it's cold in Cumbria, Lynn? Rob saying, down end of the month for a couple of days if you're around. Claire, are you known as... Not me, Claire. Otherwise, I'd have my followers bowing to me. And all I get is a duck. Oh, I thought that was fitting quite well then. Anyway, oh God, the personal trainer again. Yes, yeah, the poor old personal trainer. Yeah. Rob saying we have a cathedral, you know, and an old wall, and when you and Steve come, a couple of old. You can go off people, you know. Paul's saying, and the translator, Kevin. I can't understand any of Kim's saying. Is that where they're from? Up that way? Yeah. He's saying, yes, Sir Kevin Hall. Hang on. Let's not get carried away yet. You know, I am waiting for someone to suggest to the king that perhaps that would be bestowed on me. But I can't think. I can imagine that there will be a lot of suggestions of what I could be called. You'll go places those two never saw. Brilliant. I'm glad about that. Yeah. Clive's saying it'll be funny if next weekend's picnic turned out to be one of those don't mention them moments. We could start a war. After what I've found out over the last few days, I reckon I need to get my drone kitted out with some bombs on it. Ian will know what I mean. At least it's not the gardener. No, it's not. Hey, was that you, Ian? I heard rumours, you know. Paul said, let's be fair, they hand out nighters to anybody lately. Well, as I'm anyone, I'm very happy to take one. Have I got the right glasses on, by the way? I don't think I've got a clue. This. Hang on a minute, I've got to check my water tank. Oh yeah, still water in there. Oh, at least someone will be understanding. Yeah, Steve, I think we need to start revising on our lingo. Now he says, Sir Kevin of the Rambles. There you go. That's my title from now on, Sir Kevin of the Rambles. But Cynthia, when you get those little leaflets and that done and the badges, you need to change it. Young, free, and single. Well, I'm single. I'm free. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, is it? Really? Andrew saying, I am currently editing a video I shot at the Woodland near the office on Thursday after work. Pardon me. Well done, Andrew. That'd be good. I've got. I've uploaded part 2 of the Gloucester Cathedral. I've got Rococo Gardens to do. I've got Painswick to do. I've got the church to do from Painswick. I've got a walk Cynthia and I did with our friend Martin. I've got a walk to do, an edit to do with the walk to Steve, Cynthia and I did. I don't know, 6, 7 videos was that? Oh my gosh, yeah. Let me try Sir Kevin of the Carrot Patch. Clive, we've avoided that bloody word until now. Nigel's saying, I guess your award would be for advertising. You do seem to appear. Yeah, I know, Nigel, but somebody is making a fortune and I'm not making any money. I can't even be monetized on YouTube. I've got nearly everything I need, but I'm short of views. I'm not getting enough views on my videos. So, you know, and I was looking earlier on. This is really interesting. Going back to, I think it was February the 3rd, there's 23 videos where one person has given me a thumbs down. And I wouldn't mind betting it's the same person every time. And if they've got nothing better to do than to give me a thumbs down, then they might as well top out of it. But by doing a thumbs down, they still engage with the video. So they're not really gaining anything. So Really odd. Really odd. That's 23 videos almost in a row. Very, very strange. My Rococo will be posted this Friday, Kev. If you do want to do a clash. Paul, now I'm the man that's supposed to be retired. I'm being dragged out by my cousin tomorrow to help him out, and possibly, as John said, it's him, and possibly Tuesday. And in this room where I am, luckily tonight the temperature's gone down because this is where I do all my editing. Just to my left is my main computer, but this room gets so hot, even with this fan going, I can't sit in here. So I have to literally grab a bit of time whenever I can, which is a real pain, really. Oh, so many. You need to be editing your New Forest video, Mr. Murphy. Yeah, absolutely. Claire said, I thought that Ozzy was great in his throne in his farewell concert. Was he? Joseph, blimey, that's a few videos. Yeah, it is, Joe. It's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. Lynn said, no mention of carrots or undulations, please. Thank you. Yeah, orange parsnips. Yeah, ignore it, Kevin. Thank you. I wouldn't give you a thumbs down ever. Thank you, Claire. That's very kind of you. Dave Ford saying, make a video of a duck. It will go viral, trust me. Actually, Dave, I might do that. We did. I think Cynthia posted some photographs of the duck at Ian's field when we were working there the other day. Clive said, apologies, wasn't aware of the embargo on the. Yes, it's sort of worn a bit thin with me, Clive. But next Saturday, I dread to think what Mr. McKagan has got lined up. It's last year when we drove along the road, I literally almost got to his turning, and I said to Cynthia, look, he's put a bloody sign up with Kevin's carrots. But the funniest thing about that is, a lady came in in a car with a daughter, and she thought the sign was saying "pick your own carrots," and we had to say no, it wasn't. Oh dear. Paul saying, so we don't post at the same time. I mean, at the same time. Oh right, okay, yeah. Kim saying, sounds like someone's jealous. Probably are. Nigel, being retired is exhausting. I hardly ever get time for myself. Everyone else seems keen to manage my time. That's exactly right, Nigel. That is exactly right. Andrew's saying, I will do, Lynn, but I do have a full-time job and other responsibilities. As we all do, Andrew, but in different ways. Ian's saying, Clive, that doesn't apply to the picnic. Lynn saying, yes, forget about the woodland one for now and get the New Forest and Mother. Yeah. Then you're 3.5 out for it. Yeah. Kevin, I wouldn't stick my thumb up where someone else. Luckily, Ian, it wasn't a thumb. Otherwise, I might have had tears in my eyes. Oh, dear. Totally agree, says Clive, says Nigel. Claire said, obviously you haven't seen Black Sabbath's final concert, so it went over your head. Absolutely, Claire. Yeah. I should have to look for that. I used to love Black Sabbath. They were brilliant. Ian McKagan saying, you couldn't have written it. No, you couldn't. Oh, dear. Gosh. Look at this. 59 minutes and we're still going with 26 people, 22 likes. Wonderful. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. You, honestly, I don't think you realise just how much I appreciate people giving me their time, you know. Apart from Ernie, he just goes off and watches a film. Oh dear. What else? Yeah. Bless Ozzy. He was lip syncing, but it was a very good show. Oh, was he? Oh dear. That bloke has had so many things go wrong in his life. It's unbelievable. But self-inflicted, I have to say, in a lot of ways. A bit like Keith Richards, Ronnie Woods, Keith Jagger, Mick Jagger even. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh look, it's 9 o'clock. It's time for me to go. No, I'm going to carry on. If anybody wants me to carry on, I will carry on. Apart from Parkinson's, yeah, exactly, yeah. So Paul and Kim, you've obviously been at work now for about a week. You're probably on holiday next week, are you? It was indeed a bunch of old rockers. Yeah, well, you know, what was it? Keith, Ronnie Woods and what's his face was on stage at Glastonbury. And what were they, 79 and 80? I've got to be honest, I thought Rod Stewart was bloody awful. But then again, that's just my opinion. It must be hard to be a multi-millionaire. Yeah, it must be, Rob. Yeah, I'll let you know what it's like one day, mate. Dave said, I thought that Lulu was very good, looking very good at Glastonbury. I wonder what she'd look like if she had taken her sunglasses off. Ian McCagan says, thanks to Kevin, Steve and Cynthia for such great help last month. Ian, we loved it. It was great. We had such a laugh. Well, apart from you leaving me and Steve to move all that willow, I thought that was a bit off. Why not do some overtime? Thank you, John. I'll do my best. Paul said, not yet. We are meeting as an international YouTuber for lunch on Saturday. Well, where's my invitation? Nothing planned until a little later this year, probably North Wales. Well, you're having a couple of days away in the end of this month. I know for a fact. Steve said it was a pleasure. Cynthia said it was fun. I'm not sure Steve and I would agree with fun. You had an easy job. You just had to clear a little shed out, which will become the toilet. Clive saying, if you remember, the mad online rush for Oasis tickets occurred on the day of last year's Kevin's Ramble Summer Picnic. Did it? Do you know what? I've got to be honest, and this is going to upset people. I couldn't stand Oasis. I really didn't like them. Ian said the exercises, yeah. Rob said, Ian McCagan, you're not selling that field, are you, by any chance? Oh, yeah. No, he's not, because we've already got next year's picnic barbecue planned. There's a calendar, Rob, which you can't see, and it's got the time ticked off for the next 10 years for that field to be mine on that particular day. Now, if you split the brothers up, which they did, the one I call the idiot one, I don't like him at all. But I do like High Flying Birds. So there we go. Hang on a minute, I've got to catch home. We know someone that is looking for some land. Do we? Who's that? Andrew saying, no, Kevin, for everyone. See you at the end of the month. And for what it's worth, Oasis are vastly overrated. Yes, they are. Thank you. Andrew, keep in touch. We'll try and come up with a plan so that you can go to the garden party. Wondering what's it? Normally, I am with you there, brother. Absolute tosh from the underdog. Yeah, Oakstead. Steve says, see you soon. Yes, indeed. Can't stand Oasis. Unsubscribe. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Mark. Oh, of course. I thought I was going to get it in the neck because everybody would like them. No. Oh, thanks, Jackie. Night. I did one the day. Yeah. Ian said, Rob, no, not mine. Definitely not his. Can't stand Oasis. Good. That's another one. I'm so surprised. I thought I was going to say the wrong thing there, but I did. But no, I'm glad. Wondering what both idiots, no talent. Well, High Flying Birds, Paul, they're pretty good. The other one, yeah. Rob said, I wouldn't cross the road to see those two idiots, poor man Beatles. Yeah, but that's Liam. That's exactly what he's doing from the day one. All they wanted to do, or what he wanted to be, is sound like John Lennon, and he'll never sound like John Lennon. John Lennon was brilliant. Claire saying, Robert, we know someone who has been looking for some land for ages. Really? I will be 73. Ian's McCann. I will be 74, 73 before I get that sold, and then I will have to fill for 50 years. 73. Hang on. So are we going to earmark that for the for the picnic? And we've got to get Claire up. Claire's got to come to one of the picnics. She will really enjoy it. Tracy said, I've seen Noel. Very good. High flying birds, brilliant. Oh, yeah, unless you see somebody else. We have a scary shed. It has a huge, noble, false window spider living. Really? Paul? What's she been drinking tonight? I don't mind them, but pulp is way better. Oh my gosh. Claire. I thought I was seeing things because at Glastonbury they had, oh God, what was his bloody name? Was it Gary Newman? And then they had pulp on afterwards. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? The lineups this year seem to be pretty poor at Glastonbury. It really did. But there you go. It doesn't please everybody. I saw them, him and the High Flying Birds, and said, oh wow, I'd have loved seeing the High Flying Birds. Jackie's going. Good night, Jackie. Right, all got to go. So enjoy your picnic, everyone. We hope to see you all very soon. See you, Paul. That means Kim will go as well. Be lovely to meet you, Claire. Yeah, Claire, you've got to make the effort. I've told you before, if ever you want to come to any of the do's that we would put on, you're very welcome to stay here in this room. I think the nurse has come for Kim. Is she going to put a drip in? Paul, keep in touch. We'll sort something out about the PayPal, etc., etc. So brilliant. Yeah, everybody's saying good night to Paul and Kim. Thank you, Kim. Look forward to seeing you at the end of the month, and of course, Paul as well. Nigel, Claire saying, Nigel, they were awesome. Agree, Claire, she says. Yes, that's great. That's great. But everybody's got different tastes in music. My taste in music is vast. Back in the day, I used to have a mobile disco. I used to like soul. Didn't like reggae very much. In fact, just over there's a box full of CDs. You might just be able to see the end of it. Drag that out of my little attic there. I can't remember how many LPs I've got left. I've got, I don't know, 400 or 500 singles. Nothing like Ron the Lane, of course. But that's just my share of what the singles we had. And Northern Soul, love it, Lynn. Absolutely love it. We didn't have a lot of Northern Soul because when we had the disco going, Northern Soul at that time was really sort of Wigan, Nottinghamshire, etc., etc. It was more soul down this way, but a bit of Northern Soul as well, but not a huge amount. Yeah, it is. Yeah, love it. Claire saying pain is returned, so I'm off now. Okay, Claire, take care. Take the painkillers, keep the foot up, keep the ice packs on, and you'll be bouncing soon. John saying I'm a big fan of Motown. Absolutely. Am I right in thinking Motown followed Polydor? Something like that? Got a feeling that's what it was. Dave said, what was the first record that you bought him? Oh my gosh. What was the first record I bought? You know, I'm not sure, Dave. I've got several albums by Yes. I've got an album which I love. I don't play anymore, so I haven't got a band called Colosseum. But I think really the first time I started buying records or singles for myself or albums was for the disco we had in the 70s. I left school in '69 and we started the disco up in early mid 70s. So yeah, I really started buying the singles around about that time. John says, I had Donna Ross. Wow, that might be worth a bob or two in a few years' time. Listen, I like folk and indie folk too. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that at all. So yeah, I'm just looking back. Yeah, looking back at some of the comments. Ian saying, good night all. Have a good week. See you soon. See you soon, Ian. I'm off. Good night, says Tracy. Thank you for broadcast this evening. See everyone at Kevin's Rambles. Ian's lovely. Picnic on Saturday. Absolutely. See you soon. So yeah. So yeah. Oh gosh, what other albums I got? Free. Oh god, I'm trying to think now. I must have. Oh, trying to think. I've got an album by a group called by a guy called Alan Bown, Bowwn, I think. Bowie, of course, the Stones. So yeah, an eclectic mix of music is what I think I've got. What do you need? What do you need LP for, Nigel? Yeah. So first thing I ever bought was Bright Eyes. Oh wow, I like the '60s too. Robson, I bet you have a few Bee Gees. Yeah. I might have one or two singles. My first single bought for me by my dad was Two Little Boys. Oh, have you still got the single, Dave? What do you need now? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Steve, Cynthia, what was your first record you bought? I'm not sure Steve can remember that far back. He's a bit like me. Come on, tell me. You've got 2 minutes because I'm going to pack up in a minute. Yes, indeed. The B-side, I Love My Love, was miles better. I haven't heard that. Not heard that. Oh, first single, Don't Stop Believing Me, Believing by Journey. Yeah, Journey were quite a good band. Steve, Living Doll by Cliff Richard. Oh, right, okay. The UK's equivalent to Elvis, if I remember rightly. I've got a couple, I think, of original Elvis singles, but a terrible distortion on them. The Static. If I put I don't know about modern day vinyl players, but when I had oh gosh, what's it called? A Technic stack. The static of them was terrible. It was absolutely awful. Cynthia's saying the first I remember buying was Nielsen with it. Oh right, okay, yeah, that's a good single. John said I had some 78s given to me before that. 78s. Wow. Nigel saying Thunderbirds theme tune. Is that the right one? Oh no, Stingray. Some of you will obviously of a certain age will remember Stingray. What was it? The song called? Was it Maria or Marina? Something like that. Lynn saying, "Oh, I love that." And I said, "This camera reminds me of being a teenager." Yeah, we all like being reminded of being a teenager. Lynn, I think some of us wish we were still. Yeah, but you live your life as you live your life. Nigel saying Marina. That, yeah, thank you, was the end credits music. That's right. Thank you, Nigel. John said, I prefer the B-side, Steve, but April strings, apron strings. I've heard some of these B-sides before. That's very interesting, actually. There was oh gosh, what was the single? I think it was a Stevie Wonder single that me and my ex-missus loved when we were courting. And we preferred the B-side. I just can't remember what it was. Ah, blimey. That can't remember. Next time I see her, I'll try and ask her. Isn't she love? Yeah, that's a good one. Love that one. Yeah. Aquamarine. Yeah, that's the one. Rob, you got it. Yeah. When you think back to the music that we had back in the 60s, 70s, and even the 80s, I suppose, it was some great music about. Great music. I like one or two of the modern day bands and singers, but not too overexcited about it. Dave saying, I have a postcard that was sent to me by Debbie Harry of Blondie after I wrote to her fan club. Fairly sure it was genuine too. Sick, okay. As it included a specific reference to my letter in reply. Blimey, that's great. Yeah. Blondie were pretty good, weren't they? Back in the day. The trouble is, these bands are great, and then they split up or whatever they do, and then they try and make a comeback, and it doesn't always work. Mark's saying, I'm a real indie guy, Stone Roses, etc., but also, but like all sorts. Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Yeah, very eclectic, like on myself, I think. But yeah. Anyway, folks, look, I'm beginning to get a little bit sore throat here. I've managed to get to 21 minutes. 21 minutes. 20. Hang on a minute. 17 minutes past 9. It's 2100 hours. So I'm going to say thank you very much indeed for joining me. Really appreciate it. I always say that. And it's true. I really do appreciate your time. And I will catch you all very, very soon. First Sunday of next month, but I will see everybody hopefully at the end of this month. Please take care of yourselves. Clive, Kathy, I hope everything carries on improving for you. And I will see you next week at the Kevin's Rambles picnic. Good night all, and thank you very much. Good night. Bye-bye.